Friday night, many have the custom, when they begin Qiddush, they start by first singing the song Shalom Aleichem. They sing each stanza 3 times, and then they followed by Eshet Hayil, and then there's more pieces that they say, Atkinu Se'udata, some sing Azamir Bishbahin, Beher Ava, and then after all the pieces, they begin with Yom HaShishi. However, there are many Halabi families that don't have the custom to read all the preliminary pieces. They start off right away with Yom HaShishi. Now, with regards to the song of Shalom Aleichem, it's not known who wrote the song, but it dates back to the late 16th century. And there are halakhic authorities who objected to the song. Why? Because the song has a stanza, as a verse, Barichuni. They're asking the angels to bless them. According to Harambam, you're not only allowed to pray directly to Hashem, you're not allowed to ask an angel to bless you. This is one of his 13 principles of Judaism. So therefore, there was objections. And on the other hand, the Mikubalim, the mystical authorities, promoted the song along with the other pieces before you get to Yom HaShishi. So as we said, that there were some families that did not recite any of the pieces. They began only with Yom HaShishi, and this is based on the concept that people that are not knowledgeable in Kabbalah and they don't have an understanding of the teachings don't necessarily adopt Kabbalistic practices. So there were some families that adopted it, and other families that didn't. So in this case, as we said, some did and some didn't. Halab, it was also customary to drink the Qiddush wine standing up. Even though the Arizal, who was the master of Kabbalah, his own personal custom was after he finished the Qiddush that he recited standing up, he would sit down to drink the wine. However, we're not Mikubalim, and we don't do everything that's taught in the Kabbalah, and therefore our custom was to stand when we drink the wine. There's others that taught that it's always proper whenever you eat or drink to sit down. However, since we don't always make a point to sit down before we drink anything, therefore even our rabbis, many rabbis in Halab, had the custom then when they drank the Qiddush wine to remain standing. So now another custom that's associated with Qiddush is after we make Qiddush, it's customary for the children to kiss their father's hand, to kiss their mother's hand, and to receive a blessing. And usually the parent puts their hand over the child's head after the child kisses the hand. And if it's a boy, it's Yisi Micha Elohim Ke'Efraim Echem Nasheh, followed by the Birkat Kohanim. If it's a girl, they say Yisi Micha Elohim Kesara Rivka Rachel Ve'ah, also followed by the Birkat Kohanim. One last point, as we said, although many times the Kabbalistic practice was not customary in Halab, in other cases it was. And therefore, many had the custom to add 3 drops of water to the wine prior to making Qiddush. This would be both on Friday night and on Shabbat day. The exception is the Havdalah cup. It's not customary to add any water to the Havdalah cup. All of this is based on the teachings of the Mekubalim. And as we said, in some cases the Kabbalistic practice became widely accepted. In other cases it was only practiced by those that were knowledgeable in Kabbalistic teachings.